obviously tough loss here tonight. Any loss is hard, but your team did claw back there in the second half. What was the biggest difference in the game or the turning point in your eyes?
I mean, we're not taking care of the ball. We're not winning the line of scrimmage offensively, and obviously I did not have them prepared, and I've got to figure out how to make sure we're ready no matter the circumstances or where you're playing. And credit ULM, Rich Rod called a heck of a game, and they made the plays when they had to. It's a great kick for their kicker, and but we can't turn the ball over like we did, and we never established the line of scrimmage offensively at all.
Go back to the first half. 4 chances there inside, I think the 3 or the 4 yard line to get it in. How big of a moment was that in the game looking back at that now?
Big. It just, again, thought first and second down, I thought, running backs missed the holes, and then third and fourth, they controlled the line of scrimmage there. And those possessions really sting.
Had an opportunity there down the stretch. Malik picked off for the 3rd time in the ball game. And what did you see on that play?
Well, he probably should have went to his check down. I couldn't see if he had to throw over somebody. Was the reason it was high, or he just threw it high? I'm not real sure on that. The play before is the one. You just can't take a sack in 2-minute drill. And, one thing we go over all the time and just went over in the huddle, and that really stung, setting us behind the chains there.
Last one for me, then we'll get to the media. Just defensively, first half you pitch a shutout, second half there in the third quarter. I mean, this team has been so good defensively, especially it feels like in the third quarter. Was that shocking tonight to see that the way that it unfolded there in the third?
Yeah, a little bit. Disappointing for sure, shocking. Again, Rich Rod did some good things in the third quarter that we didn't see in the first half, but we've got to tackle better for sure. And we hurt ourselves with penalties again, which is disappointing.
Let's go to some of the media. Damian Sordelad from the News in Advance.
Hugh, there in that third quarter, did it just seem like they hit you in the mouth and you guys didn't have a response with the way they drove down that field on that first drive, and then interception and score to tie the game? It just seemed like they delivered a punch and you guys were rattled and took a quarter to finally get your traction back.
I mean, it certainly wasn't good that they tempoed us and ran a little sucker scheme that we hadn't really seen and wasn't ready for that. We kind of made adjustments to that in the fourth quarter, and they hurt us on 2 wheels out the back door, one with the tight end, one with the tailback, and obviously, but you can't turn the ball over and give it to them on the 1 yard line, and certainly that was turning the momentum of the game for sure.
Let's go to John from A Sea of Red.
Coach, I know you probably haven't had much time, but what have you said to your team since the end of the game?
Just this is a great lesson for us, and we have to come to play every single day, every single night, and we have to prepare better, obviously. And I've got to coach better, and I've got to coach our coaches better, and I just got to look at everything right now because obviously it's a game that we felt like we should have won. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Monroe. They coached a great game. Their kids played extremely hard, and I know this is a tough place to play. We were a little short-handed, obviously, and that kind of wore on us probably defensively some. We missed DeMario some also probably, but there's no excuses for us to play as poor as we did tonight other than, it falls in my lap. And I told our team that. And told them, it's going to be a disappointing flight back for sure.
Got time for a few more. We'll go to Luke Randall next.
Hey, Coach. Just 2 touchdowns coming off of blown gaps in coverage there in the third quarter. Was that mainly down to not having Reese?
I mean, again, we were shorthanded, and it certainly doesn't help, But I can't say that those 2 touchdowns are just because we didn't have him. They were 2 good calls, but I think our wheelbacker was responsible for both of those. But would it help to have him in the game? Sure, we'd love to have had him.
Let's go to Damien.
It looked like you guys had trouble establishing the run. I know Malik had some big runs there to help with the rushing stats, but what did ULM do to prevent you guys from being able to establish the run and get going on that side?
Yeah, played a 6-man box and just were more physical than we were, it appeared. I'll have to go look at the film, but that's what I meant. We just never established a line of scrimmage tonight, and that's one of the few games that we haven't done that in.
Luke?
It seemed that the no huddle on a few plays, just quick tempo was working. Is that just it wasn't used a lot? Is that just a sustainability thing?
No, probably should have used it more. It obviously was good to us when we did. They stung us there on a little blitz on it there, though, on the next to last possession that put us behind the chains. But it's something we're prepared to do every game, and it was helpful tonight for sure.